A vicar, huh? You a true believer, or do you just like the tithes?
Why, that's borderline offensive, Ms. Ramnarine Wentworth. Of course I believe. The tithes are merely a well-earned bonus.
I met another believer once. Pushy type. He thought he'd been left behind for a reason. Get some!
Nice hit! I'll take your confession now!
That's the last of them. Where were we? I met another believer once. Pushy type. He thought he'd been left behind for a reason. Thought he'd find some kind of cosmic truth in the wilderness. Got himself infected by a mantis and drowned in a sulfur pool. Some truth.
Can't get more brutally true than survival of the fittest. But don't mistake us all for blind fools. Intellect plays a large part in who stays among the living. Incoming! Good shoot!
I am a storm! Don't mess with us! Watch your feet. The sulfur pools don't just stink. They'll take a toe off. Threads, you say?
Never anger a man of the cloth!
I smell blood!
Watch out, Captain!
I am a storm!
Now it's done!
Here they come! We're good. Shreds, you say? Better work, we're not getting through.
That's the last of them.
I'm on it. Covering you!
Stay away!
Nice hit. Nice one.
We were destined to prevail.
Well, hello, and welcome to the home of the Iconoclasts. I'm Rose. Please, take a pamphlet. In it, you'll find everything you need to know about Graham, his Philosophist truths, and the Iconoclast way. He wrote it himself, you know. Oh no, I'm so sorry. I keep forgetting we're out of pamphlets. Gosh, blast it. Why, we're the only free people in Halcyon. No corporations, no shackles, no problems. Oh, those are just hurdles. We deal with them as they come. You're welcome to stay with us, so long as you can earn your keep. Oh, sure. Graham's our founder. He taught us how to cut our own path in the wilderness. And I guess some folk have started following Zora's orders. You can think of those two as our leaders, but they're more like examples. We all ought to be more like them. Why, he's our founder. Graham taught us about philosophism. Through him, we came to the eternal truth. I'm glad you're asking, by the way. I hope you'll consider staying. Well, she's been with us since the beginning. I think she was our sawbones back then, but now she's more like our commander. She goes and finds people in the wilderness and gets them to come here. And she keeps us from being chewed on and whatnot. She's liable to take your head off if you screw up, but then she'll sew it back on for you. Graham's place is in the large building straight back. Zora's sometimes there talking with him, but usually she's in the triage clinic next door. Oh, Graham settled here a long time ago. Shoot, I wish I had a pamphlet to give you. It's all in there. I wasn't around back then, but they say a lot of the old MSI corporate folks died here. He calls it a spiritual metaphor, something about rising from the ashes. The new boy! Yes, he's quite clever. He took to our teachings very quickly. Last I saw him, he was headed into one of the buildings up the hill.
I could spend hours reflecting on the secret workings of the... So, tell me what...
I ought to mention, the Iconoclasts are loyal folk. Treat them right, they'll do the same. Turn on them, they'll open fire without a second thought.
Damned philosophists.
Welcome to the Emporium. I'm Bronson. It ain't really a store. Think of me more like a quartermaster, and a chef, and a handyman, and whatever else we need. We gotta eat. Eating means hunting. Hunting means armaments. We used to let people take what they will, but then some idiot shot some other idiot over cards. So Zora set up a system. You fuck up, you don't get to buy gear. You play nice, you do. Yeah, plenty. If you're the type to fix a thing or two, I've got a couple reports I need to follow up on. The pipes up on Milton's house burst. Someone needs to shut them off. Then there are the cables outside the bar. A sprat chewed through them, and now they're spitting lightning. Then there's the old guardhouse, outside town on the way to the old Bayside Terrace. Someone needs to reset the comms breaker there. I ought to tell you, most of these systems are routed through one of our terminals. You might be able to handle some of them remotely if you know your way around a computer. We sent Milton out to check on the comms tower a while ago. Ain't heard back. I'd wager he got 8. Up the hill. It's right on the cliff's edge. Get a whiff of that sweet sulfur air.
Quietly now.
Maybe we could melt this.
All I'm saying is it ain't worth it. It's gonna taste like sulfur all the same.
Nuh-uh. Taro's got that sweet love.
Oh, hello. Good to see you again. Damn right. Ain't nothing in the wilderness can stop me, except being locked up. Well, on the way back, I twisted something in my leg, foot area. Where does my foot end and my leg begin? Wherever that is, it hurts. So, no run. I did a dumb thing. I was trying to get away from a terrorist, but this one was really persistent. Chased me for, I don't know, forever. Then I tripped over a void damn rock. A rock! Not even a slippery one.
There's your iconoclast theory of chaos in action.
Mister, I don't know what chaos is, but rocks ain't got theories. They're rocks. Till it stops hurting, I guess. Zora says I'll be fine in a month or so. Huh? Why? Oh. Oh. What? Oh. In Milton's place? Oh my gosh.
Looks like I'm not the only new face around here. What do I... Welcome to Amber Heights. You here to join the Iconoclasts? Help us free this world? I am not a little boy. Haven't been one for decades. No matter what my mama wishes. I take it she's still looking for me? Had hoped she'd accept my decision. According to her, stepping foot outside of the house in broad daylight is too dangerous. My entire life, she crammed a fear of danger down my throat. Don't go play with friends. Mantisaurs will tear your arms off. Don't leave the city. Raptidons will spit acid on your face. I stuck around way too long, ruled by her fears. I'm 42. Stars, I don't know. My mama's a stubborn woman. She won't quit until I'm dead. You know, that might just work. You go back. I hate to think of her grieving, but it'll be good for... Oh, right. You take this back to Stellar Bay. Tell my...
ain't right. How many good folk we gonna lose to our mission?
Not so fast. What do you think?
All right, get out of here.
Sure.
Didn't I request no more fertilizer shipments be brought on board? Who keeps ordering these?
tell... No, that can't...
Wait, are you sure it wasn't someone else? That's Tucker's ring. His daddy...
No, no, it can't be. Take the money.
May the eternal truth guide you.
Damned philosophists.
Everybody here looks wore out. Is it just me?
I'm sorry I lied to Mama, but it was the only way for me to be free. Thank you, Captain.
What are you buying? I'll be damned. Thanks for doing that. Before you ask, no, it ain't pay. Just being generous to folks.
I don't have time for this.
A Mantiqueen?
Yeah. We felled it, mind. But we lost 2 runners and 5 gun hands.
A total failure, then. So much for the ruins.
And hell only knows where the Van Nuys are. They never showed.
I'm sure they're... let's talk later. Have company. Ah, the good captain. My iconoclasts sing your praises. I'm glad the eternal truth has finally got... That is the way of it, yes. The universe wouldn't have produced the magnificence that is mankind. We are all part of the same cosmic body. Must one hand cut off the other?
Well, sometimes. There's disease and rot and... you know what? Forget it. Your metaphors are wise beyond me. Point is, around these parts, we watch out for one another.
Indeed. Now... A great many things, in fact.
We could always use a hand rounding up supplies.
Or... Now here's an idea. There's an old printing press I've been trying to get up and running.
Yes.
We will make do, as we always have. Will you aid us in our... Wonderful. I requisitioned replacement rollers for it some time ago. Huxley should have delivered them yesterday. Speaking of which, where is Huxley?
You bought rollers? You haven't even cleared the wraps out yet. What are you doing wasting bits on... Forget it. Huxley's still recovering. She won't be up for a run for a while yet.
It seems we're out a runner. If you intend to help our cause...
So you're her mysterious savior. She sings your praises.
That girl and her songs, so... One of our sympathizers, a woman named Carlotta, periodically buys goods on our behalf from Stellar Bay's store. Stellar Bay has caught on, but they remain friendly, though the goods now come at a considerable markup. She meets us in the ruins of Bayside Terrace. From our compound, follow the road north. Wonderful. While you're at it, I wonder if Carlotta still has those high-capacity cartridges? Grab a few, will you? There should be some funds left over from the last shipment. We can use them to copy and modify radio serials. Yes, not...
Unbelievable. I hope I don't have to tell you this, but if there is extra money, would you mind buying... Graham, if you need... Gonna need to buy myself an entire Rizzo plant after all this.
Ah, hello. You're... The iconoclasts are free folk. We live under our rules, motivated by our own beliefs. Meanwhile, the board strangles the will of its workers. It is the penultimate exercise of... We seek to replace their way of life with ours. This is not anarchy. Society requires structure, Captain. It is just that the boards... Before all this, I was a writer for MSI's product. The certainty with which I spun among the other cogs in their machine. That came much later, after Sanjar had taken over. As he drifted close, I'd known a little about philosophism on the fringes of society, and the freedom it teaches. Awakening is available to all whose minds are ready to accept.
I would like to know what you think Bakonu meant when he wrote, "Your work is to discover the truth, and then with all your heart give yourself to it."
Ah, how refreshing to have a scholar among us. Bakonu's text simply refers to our entire purpose, assisting the universe in realizing its own truth. Let it guide us as it will.
It refers to giving oneself over to the plan. It is not some paean to an invisible creator in the sky.
Were there a truth to the grand plan in the first place, I and Bakonu might agree. But what we see as divine purpose is just one facet of the universe figuring itself out. To quote, "As a child looking at the leg of an elephant, unable to view it whole, we mistake the tiny scope of our understanding as the unfathomably large purpose of the universe."
You're not completely full of shit, I'll give you that. Even if you do twist things beyond recognition to suit your own beliefs.
Were my teachings beyond recognition, I dare say I wouldn't have a small army of followers who understand and believe.
I owe you an apology. I expected you to be a complete idiot. I'd say you're actually more in the 25% idiocy range.
Likewise. Now, I'm sorry. What was it you were asking? Ah, the Eternal. We are all part of the consciousness of the cosmos. Each of us plays a tiny role in the universe's continual journey toward understanding itself. You and I, and the rats and the mantis swarms. Everyone, regardless of ability to believe, is another fact.
Ability to believe? I think you mean inability to tell fantasy from truth.
Let us be clear. Neither of us can lay claim to being knowledgeable on this topic. It is a matter of belief. It is not as if OSI has gone and proven anything. Regardless, the point of no return. When your mind fully opens to the eternal truth, for many it is the first brush with the cold of death, when they realize that all of their lives have boiled down into the... Mine was witnessing my friend and colleague transform into the very evil we sought to combat. Their leashes may be longer, but their collars are just as tight. Not in the sense of a single entity. Fashioning the universe as a whittler fashions. The universe came into being over time. Organically, naturally, and without purpose. In that sense, I suppose you could say that, in the interest of finding its purpose...
The universe doesn't need to find its purpose. It is a mathematically...
That we'd consider ourselves in any way capable of understanding the universe, much less an All right. I'm sorry. As long as it's been, It's fine. Perhaps someday I'll be... Why have you...
Hey.
Excuse me, but this area's off limits. That's my night. We're fixing a... Right. Carlotta. Yeah, she's inside. We got first rights, though. Soon... You'd have to ask the boss. I just know she wants Carlotta voided. And I'm just gonna let you... Hell, I ain't gonna pass up.
Quiet. What are you up to out there? Hello? Yeah, and for the 100th time, who are you? Oh, finally! Sanjar's declared a stop sale to you lot, but even if he hadn't, I'm not risking my...
I don't know how you got those goons. Graham ordered rollers and whatsits, right? For a printing press? Like I said, you'd have to ask him. All I know is that if I get caught, I'll get arrested. It's an enviable thing he's doing. Free people and all that. I can't live. Law help them. I should go. What do you want? I always took that woman for the sensible type. Good on her. I'll send some along. Give them all my regards.